Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're here for the match reaction between the Arsenal women's game against Aston Villa at Villa Park on Sunday, where we thrashed them 4-0. Total domination, total annihilation. Like, that's how Arsenal should be playing, like, if they were the men's team. That's how they should be playing. Like, maybe we should get that manager and take over the actual Arsenal men's team. Right, but then to be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing the Arsenal women in the Super League this season. So, you know what I mean? So maybe after this season, but like I was watching because that's funny enough because it was on the same time as the men's game, right? And you know what? Most of the time, I'm diverting my attention away to watch the women's game because it's so much more entertaining. It's so much free flowing, entertaining football rather than Arteta's slow, pathetic, lethargic crap that we watch every single week. And yet everyone still has a hard on about this manager. I don't know why. I mean you just saw it on like you saw it against Brighton. Um but like no one seems to care about what the women's team's doing. The women's team in a minute are winning the Super League. I will say this now. I'm gonna get to that. Don't worry, Joanne. I'm gonna get to that. I'm going to say to that right now, Arsenal women, the Arsenal women's team is going to win the is going to win the Women's Super League. I'm telling you now. Before I bring Vivian in, I want to just mention something. Obviously, everyone knows obviously Lee Gunner and he has Chig on, Gunnar Eagle Eye, and unfortunately, we've heard the sad news that Chig has passed away. He's always shown me support, as well as Lee, and I'm sure Lee's really like. I want to send my best thoughts to Lee Gunner, and his best wishes along to Chig's family and his friends. Like, it's devastating to hear. I mean, I probably wasn't. I didn't know him as much as maybe like Claude did, as Claude helped us out much more. But it's still devastating to hear, and it's not nice. So yeah, it's sad, and I just don't want to send my condolences to everyone, but especially I want to send my best wishes to Lee because I'm sure he's devastated right now. Not just losing Claude, now losing Chig as well is not easy. So yeah, it was such a nice guy, and like you said, Duran is a nice guy. Rest in peace, Chig. Absolutely sad news today. Top fellow and a passionate Arsenal fan. Because condolences to his friends and family. Yeah, absolutely. I Stephen, big up, rest in peace, Chig, and that's you see nothing but love. So we'll bring Vivian in. How are you, Vivian? How are you?
Hi. Well, good evening. Sorry, I had a sore throat, so my voice is a bit cracked. I'm
Is
fine.
that moaning at Arteta or just how good at
No,
Arsenal are in the
uh,
women's team?
I went for a party and I don't know, but I'm sure you can hear me.
Yeah, I can just about hear. Yeah, I can just about hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, sorry. I'm watching it. I watched the women's. No, I was watching the women's game and obviously the Arsenal game. They're both at the same time. And as I was saying, it's just so much more entertaining watching the women's team right now. It's I don't know what this manager's done, but all of a sudden we've gone from just making top four to absolute world beaters. Like no one seems to come near us. We battered unlike Man City
That's
battered the
it.
men. That was funny. It's funny. The Man City men's team battered us 5-0. The women's
And
team
we
battered
better
them
the
5-0.
women 5-0.
Right? Shows you the difference, isn't it? Chelsea we battered on the opening day. The rest of the teams that we just battered along the way.
Better
The other
Tottenham Spurs
yeah,
5-1.
Spurs in the quarterfinal cut. We've got Barcelona coming up as well. So we got Barcelona coming up as well in the Champions League. If I'm fit
Mm.
enough, I will be doing. I think it's live on YouTube, I believe. So if it's live on YouTube, I will be doing a watch along to it. So that would be cool. So because I think the Arsenal there's no sky's the limit with this side and this manager right now. This manager is really impressing me right now. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah. I wonder what he's doing right. Probably he could give Ateta some lessons on how to manage a team at Arsenal
Yeah,
because
he could.
they had 22 shots. I watched just the highlights, and Aston Villa were totally annihilated. I don't know. The game was really interesting, and I just kept on wondering and hoping, why can't our male team play this way? Why?
Mhm.
Why can't they play this way? They had, I think, about 70 percent possession of the ball. Like, they were really good. The game was, as against the game again against Brighton. I think the game against the female game was actually more interesting because I watched it on the highlights, and I was just wishing to myself, how I wish this was the male team playing this way.
Yeah, I mean, I just watched the team, and it's so nice to see. It's just so free flowing, attacking football. I mean, I think it was the third goal, was it? It's like the keeper distributed it to, I think it was Kim Little, wasn't it? She did out of nowhere, just tries a 40-yard lob straight over the keeper's head, and I'm just sitting there like, mate, like, why am I watching the men's game? Like, I should be watching this game. Right? I should just divert more of my attention away to it, because they just seem to, no matter what seems to come up. I mean, Villa put up a good defense, to be honest. They put up a really good defense for about the first half, the first 60 minutes. But then after that, once we managed to get the first goal, that was it. The floodgates were open, and they sort of fell apart.
After
Like,
our first, they were okay for the first 10, 15 minutes, and
mm,
then it just took the first goal to go in, and then Villa just fell apart, and Arsenal just kept on scoring and scoring. At some point, I thought I was going to get to 7 because the girls looked like they were going to continue scoring and scoring and scoring.
mm.
If only we should were horses.
I mean, like I show you, I mean, I've shown people that the difference is that if we look at it here, look at like some of the stats: 22 shots and 11 on target, 77% possession, like 6 times the amount of passes that we've had compared to Aston Villa. And I mean, like the first goal didn't go into about the first 51 minutes. So I'd actually say it was McCabe, actually, wasn't it? Wasn't Little, it was McCabe that I think tried that lob. And if I
And we had
oh,
11 shots as against their 1.
yeah, and if I go back and look at um if you look at Arsenal's last results, like at the same time watching this game, and you see the difference between the two managers. Like, Brighton had 3 times the amount of shots, or like over twice the amount of shots that we did, the same on target, and we've only had about 8 shots at all in the whole game, and we're struggling to compete with possession, and they have more possession and seem to have more of the ball than we did. So it's there's a very vast contrast between the two sides, and what I don't get is everyone is quite happy to accept this from the Arsenal women, right? But why is it they're then allowing to accept, they're willing to accept what's going on with the men's team? Like, I don't get it. Why? Explain it.
I think it's because they've set much higher standards for the men's team. That's the only explanation. Probably they have more higher. They hold the
You mean the women's
male
team?
team, the women's team, yeah, because they just want to believe because of this rubbish Ateta keeps on saying about the process. We trust the
I was
process. We're building a team, so they want to give the males team much leeway as against the female team that is already established. That's what I think because there is no explanation. That's the only thing that comes to my head because Ateta has come out to make excuses about
Yeah.
trusting the process. So everybody said, okay, let's just give him,
It's
let's
not a
just see what
process.
he
It's
has.
a project now. It's a project. It's now a project. It's now project. It's not
Yeah,
process.
project.
Uh,
Yeah.
but that's the thing is like you see that manager come in, and immediately we're wiping the floor with everyone in the league. Like we've just bought the whole of the best lineup you could possibly think of. Whereas like Arteta has been there for what 20 odd months now, and we still don't know what his best formation is, what his best 11 is, what his best style of play is. We 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 have no idea. We still have no idea what the idea is going forward and what the philosophy is. Whereas the women's team, new manager in, straight in, we know exactly what he wants to do. We know exactly how he wants to play, right? And
Yeah, I
we,
think it's because the women's team, the looking at them, you can see they're already a structure in place. They already
mm,
have, you can see the formation. You can see that okay, this team wants to play this certain way. But we are Teta, nobody knows what formation is going to play this week. Nobody knows what is going to come up with next week. So I think the fans are just trying to give Arteta every bit of chance he can get. So when he eventually fails, which I know he won't have any excuses. Um, he would have nothing to say because he's been giving out the chance in the world. He's bought players with the highest player spenders this window. We've given him time, everything. Apparently, the management backs him. So we're just allowing him do what he wants since he says we should trust the projects, but let
mm,
him do what he wants to do. So when he eventually fails, he would have no excuse whatsoever.
mm.
Hopefully, it won't take too long.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, James here. I've enjoyed the WSL so far this season. Thankfully, the Everton's women's team has picked up after a tough start. He also says your women's team are flying at the moment, and I was really impressed with your display on Saturday. Everyone seems to be gobsmacked to see how like Arsenal are tearing up the WSL all of a sudden. Um, and do you know what? Like it's as simple as this. I think with the way it is at the minute, if you if you with Arsenal at the minute, it seems if you beat Man City and you beat Chelsea, you should be able to win the WSL at the minute. I think Man United are not just quite there yet. They are there, they're not quite there, but those are the three teams that usually go battle it out for like the actual title, and we were way off last season. We were way off, and now all of a sudden we seem to be untouchable. So, mate, like, I want to keep watching it. Trust me, I want to keep watching it. I want to keep watching it. But I am going to bring up. Uh, bear in mind, make sure to do smash the like button, smash the subscribe button as well. Make sure you share the stream. If you know anyone that has not subscribed, make sure you get them to subscribe. It is really important. It's charity after all. It is for Children's Liver Disease Foundation after all. So you're getting any one of your friends to subscribe would be really appreciated. Uh, Let me just reset this. Why has it done that? I don't know. Uh, but yeah, make sure you do share stream and you do get other people involved. Right? If you know anyone that does watch the WSL, make sure to get them involved as well, because I want to try and. I mean, I can't obviously show every game as well as the Arsenal games as well, the F1 as well. But I'll definitely try and get every match reaction as possible, because like we're gonna be. I still say it. We're gonna win it. We're gonna win it this season, and that's the end of it. Right? I don't care what Chelsea and Man City got to offer. We're winning it. And that's the end of it. Would you say that this stage,
Well,
Vivian, would you win it?
we are currently topping the league, so not to be overly optimistic, but I think we have a fair chance. But Man City is, although we've won them this season, I still think they are a threat. And if we continue playing the way we've been playing so far, we'll definitely win it. But I think it's still too early to call. it's still too early to call. But we're sitting pretty at the top of the league, and they're playing really, really good. So it's okay to dream, but I wouldn't want
Look.
to get
After
carried
watching,
away.
after watching what the men's are doing and looking at that table, I'd rather just like have a bit of positive in saying, yeah, we're winning, and that's the end of it. You're going to get clipped if your men's team doesn't win. Yeah, do you know what's the funny thing? No one's really that rivalry between. I don't really care. If you want to clip me, so what? I stick to what I believe, and I believe at this time we're going to win the WSL. If we don't win it, then fine, clip me. I don't care. So what? Right? It's my opinion. It's my opinion. Right? Plus it's Stephen, and two, it's like the WSL, people not get so fanatical like the men's team. There's so much rivalry in the men's team. If you watch the WSL, like you get fans sitting together. You had Arsenal Spurs fans sitting together for the WSL game. Now you wouldn't get that in a North London derby in the men's team. It would not happen. There will be murders, right? There will be murders, beating ups, God knows what in the stadium. So it just wouldn't happen. So like it's not that rivalry.
I
It's
think
more
it's
friendly,
because
friendly.
I think it's because it's not as heated as the men's team, and for the fact that I don't think a lot of people follow the women's team. Yeah, we see the score lines here and there once in a while on Twitter. It pops up, and I'm like, oh yeah, women team won. But I don't think people actually set reminders to watch the games as
Mm.
much as people set reminders to watch the men team. So I think that's why it's not as fiercely competitive as we have as in the males league. But overall, I think with the way our men's team are doing now, a lot of my friends are actually switching to the female
Yeah,
team. So they're actually
yeah.
getting more viewers this period that Aston has been playing
It's
shit.
it's
So
growing. It's growing big time. And look, mate, look, I don't care if you clip me or other people do. I don't really care. It's what I believe and it's what I think. If people don't like it and want to clip it, then fine, good, jog on. Alright, so I don't give a toss. I say what I feel, right? And I say exactly what I think. This is why I'm not flip flopping as well. I'm not like some of these I'm not like some of these YouTubers that have already sat there and gone, "Oh, I've maybe turned Arteta out too soon," right? Because basically, what you've done is you want to jump the bandwagon. That's what you want to do, right? You jumped on the bandwagon Arteta out because you know everyone's going out, so you thought I better not lose subs or anything or look like an idiot. So I'll go out. And then as soon as 3 games, you saw a whole Twitter go in because all these Twitter accounts are full of like reactionary mugs, right? Because they are mugs, right? You've now gone, oh, do not look like an idiot. I'll go back on Twitter in case they make me and they get called out, right? So what is your opinion? So honestly, you're not getting. If you want a real opinion, like come here, right? We'll say what we actually think, right? And we both say we are both Arteta out, and that's the end of it. You'll get fans on there, and I'll come and say they're Arteta in, right? Fine, but I stick to my belief, which is Arteta out, and that's the end of it. But anyway, back to the women's game. So I'm going to start with Zinsberger in goal. Um, didn't have much to do. I'm going to put her a bang average. She had nothing to do all game, right? Can't really mark her really. So, um, yeah. So we're gonna go to Maritz. Maritz, how would you see her performance?
um our defenders basically had almost nothing to do all game.
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
just basically strolling.
yeah. I'm just gonna bring up the teams because it's still difficult to
Yeah, I think
recognize
is
people.
would be Moy number three. The only player I recognize I think is the number three, Moy, and then Patton.
Yeah. So, do you know what? Like the defense could get like a 6 to be honest, because they didn't really have anything to do.
They didn't have anything to do. Yeah.
That is a problem. Like, so it's not like they were not bad or anything. It's just like they had nothing to do. So you can't really mark them. Uh, Ribbon Moy is a 6, and then I'm gonna go to BT. Where's BE? There's BE. There. There's B. There she is. She gets a 6. And lastly, it will be Manum. Manum. I've never seen Manum before.
Is
That's a
it
new one on me. No, I haven't seen Manum before.
Man Mana or Manu? The name is actually okay, let me check.
Yeah,
Our
if you could
defenders
check.
basically had almost nothing to do.
Yeah, she's moved at the last minute. Like I haven't got her on in, so like we'll count her in. Like so, she's still
She
like
came in and scored now.
yeah. So I haven't got her because I got all these pictures of the website of the Arsenal website. Oh, I see her. I see her. Hang on, I do see her actually. Sorry, tell a lie. There you go, 6. She was in the midfield. That's why. So yeah, the three of I'm gonna start with Kim Little, who scored a goal.
Yeah,
Who
she
scored one
scored a
goal.
goal.
I think she got an 8. To be honest, she was quality in that midfield. Just ran the show, scored a goal.
Little had school goals, 2 goals now. Kim Little had 2 goals, I think.
I think she gets an 8 for me, Kim Little.
Yeah,
She's
she
really
had two
impressed me.
goals.
She's really impressed me. Really has. I'm gonna go for Walty. I believe it is Walty. I believe it is. Yes. What would you give Leo Warty on that right side of that midfield?
She had an assist in the game. I think she had an assist in the game.
Hmm.
Yeah, so probably a 7.
Yeah, I'd say a
Probably
7.
7. Because she had an assist in the game, so
Hmm.
I think I'll give her a 7.
Yeah, I think it's not as good as like Kim Little's performance, I'd say, but
Okay,
it's
Little
still
had a
good.
number of chances.
Mm.
In the
Uh,
second half, she had a number.
yeah. Catley. Uh, Catley. If I can find where Catley is, there, Steph Catley. What would you give Steph Catley? He was in the midfield this time, so I think a little bit out of position.
Yeah, she didn't play her normal. She didn't. That's the one she played against Spurs in the cup game.
Yeah, yeah. I think again she's done another good performance, like commanding in that midfield. 8, yeah, 8. I mean, absolutely. But I would say it was just under Kim Little, so that's why I wouldn't give it an 8. To be honest, I'm gonna go for. Then I'm gonna start with the strikers. I'm gonna start with Nikita Paris, who's like Nikita Paris. I love to death. She's quality, absolutely quality.
Yeah, I I used to like her, but I think Vivian has she's my best player this season so far.
Yeah, she
I
gets
used
an
to
8.
love Paris last season. I think I'm beginning to grow fond of Vivian this season.
I think she gets an 8. I think also. Let me have a
Beth
look.
Mead, you
Uh,
haven't mentioned Beth Mead.
oh, I haven't got to her yet.
Okay.
I haven't got to her yet. But we're gonna go to Maidemir first. Maidemir didn't had a quiet game to be honest. Maidemir for
Yeah,
her.
she did. She wasn't really as
Yeah,
lively as Mead.
yeah. So I'll give her 7 to be
7,
honest.
yeah.
Beth Mead would then get an
I'll,
8 if that's
I'll
if
give an
that's the case.
8. Yeah. I
Like
don't want to go higher than an 8.
Beth Mead's just unstoppable at the minute. She's just rocking it.
Yeah.
Absolutely rocking it. Let me have a look. Then we're gonna go to the substitutes of Leah Williamson. Leah Williamson had nothing to do. I think it was just
Nothing, basically nothing.
she didn't have anything to do when she came on. So just gonna put that on mute. Sorry, just gonna put that on mute. So yes, 7. Yeah, Josh agrees with 7. Gonna move on to what are we moving on to now? We're gonna move on to McCabe. Right, McCabe like gets an 8 for coming on and doing that lob. That was outrageous. That was violating. That was violating. Right to that goalkeeper. You violated them. so bad. Like honestly, yeah, uh, she gets an 8 just for that lob. That was just crazy, absolutely crazy. Um, hang on, did Kim Little score? Kim Little scored 2 goals, didn't she? So sorry, she gets a 9. Sorry, she gets 2 goals, dominating the midfield and scoring
Yeah,
two
she
goals.
scored 2. Yeah.
Yes, I forgot about that. My bad. My bad. How bad am I? Iwabuchi,
Yeah,
like
she came in. She was a substitute and she scored.
yeah,
So I think that
um,
should get her a 7.
that gets an 8. Like you come
8.
on
She
and
came
make,
in
mm,
in less than 10 minutes.
yeah,
She came in and she scored.
in 10 minutes you come in and score a goal. It's like yeah, all day long you get like a really high rating for that because you don't get a lot of time to make an impact. And then lastly, I'm gonna go for Caitlin
Hit.
Ford.
Have you mentioned Tobin Hit? She gave the assist for the Iwabuchi, the substitute goal.
Yeah,
The assist was really nice. It was a threaded
mm,
pass, and I thought it was awesome.
yeah. Caitlin Ford. What are we gonna go for Caitlin Ford?
She had a quiet game.
Well, she came on. She came on late, so I'd say about a bang average, really. And same with I would say with Tobin Heath. Again, she came in
Yeah,
quite late, so
but she had an assist in her defense, though.
yeah. So if you come on and get an assist with not a lot of time left, then yeah, then you deserve like um
A 7.
a 7. I think her picture came on late, so I don't know why it's not there. So she must have added that. They must have added that really late. So I'll add that later on. But yeah, so those are all the like player ratings. If you agree or disagree, please do let us know in the comments. Please let us know in the comments. It really do mean a lot. Big up Dan as well. Like, mate, like you're a Tottenham fan. You're checking into an Arsenal match reaction. What's wrong with you, man? Like, not mention that our women battered you in the FA Cup, mate. Like, we battered you. We battered you last weekend. We battered you in the FA Cup, man. Like, I just had fish and chips, mate. You're more battered than my cod, mate. Like, you're more battered than my piece of cod that I had. Honestly, like, the whole country is losing it because Facebook is. I know,
Facebook
like,
and WhatsApp,
everyone's
everywhere's
having a
down.
everyone was having a frigging meltdown because Instagram is gone, Facebook is gone, and they're like, I
WhatsApp
can't.
is done.
They're like that. I can't get off my phone.
I didn't
Like,
even notice it was down until I came on Twitter and I
yeah,
saw it. Everyone like,
I
oh,
was like
it's
trying to go
down.
live. I was like trying to go live, and it wouldn't go live, and I'm like, oh crap. So it wouldn't let me go live because I'm just sitting there now, and I'm loving it because I'm not that person that gets addicted to Facebook. I like actually having some downtime to myself, like playing my PS5 and just being myself. Like so when these people, when the Facebook goes down and they're always on their phone with it, and I'm like that, ha ha. Now you need to go out and have a life. Now you need to do something. You actually need to interact with people. Like honestly, like these people call them social people. Honestly, they call themselves sociable, but all they do is stick on themselves on social media. Like they don't actually socialize. Like so, but there you go. Like, that's a whole different story. But anyway, yeah, so I mean, our next game's against Barcelona in the Champions League.
Barcelona, yeah.
Like, because like the women actually get to deserve to be in the Champions League. Right. First group game as well. We've got Barcelona in our group, Hoffenheim, and Kate Cluj in our group. I don't know who that is.
I think
Uh,
I think if we manage to not lose against Barcelona, I think we might win the group.
yeah, I think we will. I think we will. The way we're playing at the minute. So there you go. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna wrap it up there. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button because I've got to quickly jump off. It would have been longer, but I had because of obviously all the delays and everything. So I do apologize. But we're gonna leave it there. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Um, Vivian, where can they find you?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, just on Twitter. That's Arsenal lady. on Twitter. So follow on Twitter, and I will surely follow back.
Wicked. Make sure you go and follow her right now, and make sure you go and check out SFeatleyTV as usual. I'm doing short little videos to advertise, reminders, everything. Right. If you know anyone who hasn't subscribed and is a football fan, tell them what are you doing? It is for charity. Make sure you subscribe. If you know anyone that's an F1 fan and they haven't subscribed, what are they doing? It's an F1. It's an F1 charity channel. Make sure you do that right now. Just one last comment from Dan E. We've been a professional team for 2 years. You should be smashing us, and I've been watching you since the start. So you're saying I shouldn't watch? No, 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 man. Come on, look, like it's all good,
Uh,
man. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. It's all banter. All right,
bands.
you're good. You're good. All right, we all know you're good. All right, so there we are. All right, so yeah, big up, Static. Rest in peace, Chig. Yes, mate. We said my piece about it, and it's devastating to hear. But yeah, rest in peace, man. And yeah, we're gonna wrap up there. Make sure to, as I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and yeah, and we'll speak to you guys soon. Everyone stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you
Hi,
soon. Bye
bye.
bye.